Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. So, as you know, I always like to try to start our Mondays off with a practice that focuses on loving kindness and compassion. I think it sets a nice intention for the week. It's something that I try to include in my own regular practices because I have found that, sometimes just I need for myself even that reminder to be mindful with compassion and kindness. Oftentimes when I caught myself and said, "Ooh, that was definitely not me being my kindest," it's not because I was you know, intentionally trying to be unkind. It's more that I was just not being mindful and I was distracted or not focused or overtired and just kind of allowed myself to respond or react in ways that were perhaps not, my ideal of how I try to be, with others and with myself. So today I'd like us to focus specifically on the idea of compassionate communication. As I mentioned last week, and continue to kind of see and hear over the weekend, it seems like there's a lot of communication that's occurring lately that is perhaps coming from a very less than compassionate kind of energy. And it's understandable, everyone is, I think, um, feeling overloaded in different ways. Um, Maybe stressed out, worried, um, you know, all different types of things, cooped up, again, out of their regular routines. And so, that can lead us to sometimes having less than our usual storehouse of patience or the ability to sit back and really listen or hear, whatever the topics. But, I did notice again, whether it was on social media, whether it was just in conversations I had with people, someone actually expressed to me that they were scared to share a feeling that they were having with someone because they just anticipated that the reaction wouldn't be good and it would bring out a lot of anger or hostility, and they just didn't feel that they were mentally ready to deal with that, so they would rather just keep quiet and not share their feelings. And that's something I think that's important for us to all be aware of. One of the things I often talk about is, how we are all so different. I always refer to people as these wonderful unicorns, individual unicorns. And, we have different perspectives, whether it's like on something as, mundane as what foods you like to eat, or what music you like to listen to, or what fashion you follow, to bigger issues or to opinions on, a whole variety of things, whether it's, beliefs, religions, politics. We won't even go there. But it's okay. And I know that for myself, some of my best learning for me has come from conversations and explorations with people who didn't share my point of view for whatever the reason was. And it doesn't mean that I've come away from those conversations completely changing my perspective, but sometimes I certainly have, or perhaps I've altered my perspective. But if nothing else, I've just come to appreciate that there is another way of looking at something or feeling about something, or personal preferences in general. And that's always been really, really helpful for me. It was something that I was taught in a very big way in the school that I went to when I was a student. And they really stressed that idea of people being different and having all these uniquenesses about them, and the idea of it's important to honor that and respect it, and just as you would like that for yourself, to offer it to others. On that line of thought, there's a quote I love, and it says, "Be a reflection of what you'd like to see in others. If you want love, give love. If you want honesty, give honesty. If you want respect, give respect. You get in return what you give. And I love that idea. And it's something that, again, whether you're, my friend, my family, my students, you've heard me say that. You get back what you give out. And I really do believe that, the energy that you're putting forth tends to attract that same energy back. So it is important to try to be mindful of it. It is important, I think, to try to be respectful. And again, it doesn't mean we all have to agree with each other on everything, big or small. But I think it is important that even at the times that we might not agree, it's how we can present a differing perspective or a different point of view. And I think that is so helpful and so important in any time, regardless of what's going on in the world. So let's take a moment and do our practice and get comfortable. Take a nice breath in and out. And let yourself settle into your breath. And as you breathe in, say to yourself, I breathe in love. And as you exhale, say, I share peace. I breathe in love. I share peace. Now place your hand, if you'd like, over your heart, continuing to breathe. I breathe in love. I share peace. And as you continue to breathe, say to yourself, may I be strong and healthy. May I be happy. May I communicate with compassion. May I be peaceful. And now think of a person or people that you love and care for that are very special to you. And as you hold them in your thoughts, say, may you be strong and healthy. May you be happy. May you communicate with compassion. May you feel peaceful. Now think of the essential workers and first responders working each day, helping to keep our needs met during this time. And say, may you be strong and healthy. May you be happy. May you communicate with compassion. May you feel peaceful. Now think of someone, person, or people that you may have had challenging communications with recently. And as you think of them, say, may you be healthy and strong. May you be happy. May you communicate with compassion. May you be peaceful. And finally, think of the world as a whole, the global community. And say, may we be healthy and strong. May we all be happy. May we communicate with compassion. May we feel peaceful. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. So have a wonderful day filled with compassionate communication. And remember, a quote my mother used to say to me and that I've heard throughout the years that I've always loved. If you can't be kind, be quiet. Be well, everyone.